Today on the channel, we're going to take a look at Mattel's WWE Ultimate Edition Ringside exclusive, The Outsiders. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich, and today we are looking at a WWE Ultimate Edition Ringside exclusive 2-pack. This is Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, The Outsiders. So this one is going to be a dandy. I haven't opened this box up to see what's inside. Could it be kind of like our other Ultimate Edition box sets that we've had recently, where they have two Ultimate packages inside the one? Or are we going to lift it out and they're going to be kind of like how I like them? It seems like it's awful a small box to be two Ultimate packages inside this one, but I don't know. I'm excited to see, but let's go ahead. We'll look at this outer shell right here. We got Mattel there. Oh, I better get my glasses on. I'm blind as a bat, like everybody knows. Mattel there. You have Outsiders, Ringside exclusive there, eight years of age and over. Then we got Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, kind of their silhouette or their shadowed faces there. On this side, we get the Outsiders there. Says the Outsiders. Let's see. The other side, we have Ultimate Edition with the NWO spraying it over top of it. That is awesome. And then this side, you get WWE, you get NWO spray painted there, Mattel logo down here. Top, you get Ultimate Edition. Bottoms, warning, copyright labels, barcodes, recycling information, this, that, and the other. That's it. That is it on this outer box. All right, this is going to be the exciting part. What is in this box? We're just going to pull it up. And it is just two Ultimate packages. Kind of disappointing to me. First one we're going to pull out is going to be Scott Hall. Next we're going to pull out is going to be Kevin Nash. So there you go. That's what's inside. I thought that was too small to have two Ultimate Edition packages in there, but not so, not so. They did fit in there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get in them. I guess I'll look at Scott Hall first since I got him right here. We'll sit Kevin Nash right there. Well, let's sit him up so you can keep an eye on him there for me. All right, Scott Hall right here. Again, Ultimate style packaging here. I'm not the biggest fan of not the design, but the layout of the boxes. I don't like the generic looking red on there. I would rather it be more colorful, have something on it, but I do like the design of the box, the clamshell action that it has. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. We have Scott Hall up there, 8 years of age over there. Ultimate Edition there. Mattel there. Says Ultimate Articulation for Authentic Posability right there. That's it on the front. On this side, you see Scott Hall Ultimate Edition. This side, great picture of Scott Hall right there. Looks really good. Says Scott Hall right there. Up here, you got WCW. Here you have Ultimate Edition with Hall right there. Let's see, bottoms. We don't have any barcode because this is on that outer shell. So apparently these aren't going to be sold separately, maybe. Not sure. I'm sure eventually they will be. In the back, here you go. On the back, you get the picture of your action figure, and then we have a real photograph of Scott Hall right there. And up here, it looks really good. You got certified authentic certified authentic hologram up there. Says Scott Hall here. Ultimate Edition right there. And let's see, what's it say? It says Scott Hall shocked the Nitro audience when he jumped the barricade and invaded WCW. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. At Bash at the Beach, 1996. Everyone found out when Hall, Kevin Nash, and Hulk Hogan joined forces to form the NWO. Probably my favorite faction, without a doubt. If it's got a Hulk Hogan in it, it's going to be my favorite faction. And then here we have 6'7" from Miami, Florida, finisher, Outsider's Edge, career highlights, WCW United States Champion, and WCW Tag Team Champions. So that's it on the box for Scott Hall. So we are going to cut the tape on this thing here. And again, I don't like the generic look of the box, but I do like the clamshell action of it, which is right. Oh, I got to cut this right there. Right there. I love that. That is so easy to get out. So we'll pull him up and out. Set him right there for a minute. There's your empty box for Scott Hall. We'll set that down here. And here he is in his plastic coffin. Look at that. All right, now it's time to dive into Scott Hall. We'll check out his accessories first. And first thing we'll look at is his hands. And the first set of hands we're going to see, we have two sets of hands right here. The first one is going to be a right and left. Kind of looks like he's putting some black magic on somebody right there. He's giving it this right here. Yeah, putting that on you. So pretty cool. I don't know if I've seen hands like that yet. So that might be a new mold. Not sure. Maybe not. And then, of course, to make a Wolfpack Outsiders hands, you have to have that right there. Yeah, giving it that. That is awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's all of our hands. Then we're going to get these shirts. So first, we got two of them. And they both have, this is a accessory cap is what I call them. And I appreciate those. It keeps all your accessories in, especially these shirts. And the first shirt is going to be this Outsiders NWO. It is Velcroed on the back shirt right there. But, man, that looks really cool. Got a picture of Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and their NWO stuff on there. It says the Outsiders and NWO right there. Again, like I mentioned, it is Velcro. Not my favorite thing in the world, but it does feel like it's going to be pretty snug on him. So that's a good thing. I don't like loose shirts. All right, next shirt is going to be this one, and it is just a regular T-shirt again. It has NWO on it, New World Order. Love it. Again, Velcro on the back. So two great looking shirts. Next, we're going to have this WCW World Tag Team Championship belt. Look at that. Nothing really great about these belts. The graphics are hard to read on them. They're not bad. I like the shine on them. They look pretty shiny. But other than that, the way they clasp together is awful. You got these jelly pegs right there that just want to fold over before they can go through their holes. And it's kind of disappointing. Now, that one did go right in there, but let's see what happens when we try to put it around his waist. They're kind of a pain in the butt. I wish they would come out with a new style. And when you look at the date code on these, this is 2020, so this design is 5 years old. Let's update our belts. Come on. All right, and now our next accessory is going to be extra heads, so we'll pop this first one out, and I love this one. Look at this smile on that guy. Is that not awesome? He looks great. He's got that hair coming down right there. Only thing he's missing is a toothpick. I'd love to see a toothpick hanging out of that mouth right there. That'd be awesome, but very good head sculpt. Really good. Looks like Scott Hall to me, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, whatever you want to call him, but man, got a little bit of scruff down here. Man, he looks good. Absolutely great. Really like it. So this beard is so much better than those DX, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels figures we opened up. I mean, this looks awesome. It don't just look painted on. It is painted on, but there's a little bit of texture or something to it, feathered in there, so it looks more like hair. So very good head sculpt there. Next head sculpt is right here. Look at that. It looks like he's kind of saying, too sweet, maybe, or New World Order or something he's saying right there. Look at that. Again, he's got that hair hanging down in front like he always had. His hair is coming forward, same beard, but absolutely know that that is Scott Hall right there. 110%. The hair doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. It ain't perfect, but I'm telling you, it's not bad. So there we go. That is it. That's our accessory for Scott Hall. So we'll turn him over. We got to cut these ties off of him now. We got them around the wrists and ankles. All right. I think that's it. Got those ties cut. And let's grab Scott Hall by the toe, pull him up, and Scott Hall has been resurrected. There he is. Boy, I like this. Empty coffin right there. Set that to the side. Woo-wee! Now, this is a serious face sculpt right here. I like it. I like it. So, let's, we do have this vest on. So, we're going to take this vest off first before we go through articulation. We'll count that as an accessory. I think it is. But it is sharp. Fits on him really good. Now, I'm normally not a big fan of these hard clothings, these rubberized or pliable plastic pieces of clothing, but these vests, it don't seem like they're that bad. I do like them, but it's got the outsiders, it says on the back, got the blood coming down the front or paint, whatever you want to call it, and down the back. So looks pretty good. It is cinched up, kind of like a not a cummerbund, but a suit vest is what it kind of looks like. We'll get his arms pinned back here, pull this thing off. That way we can go through articulation really well. It's going to be your ultimate style or ultimate edition articulation anyways, but check it out. There you go. Not bad. Looks pretty cool. Let's see. It has a date code on there of 2014. Wow. Look at that, 2014. So we're talking 11 years old on this. So they must be pretty happy with it if they got that same jacket from 2014 on there. All right, now let's go through our articulation on him, and then we'll look at him after that. We'll get him loosened up here. Head looks down, but it pops back up. Look at that. Down, but it comes back up. So that's pretty disappointing. It doesn't look up much, so, man, what is with that? It does go side to side a little bit, all the way around. Wow, very, very loose on there. Ooh, that's not good. It's not going to pop off there, but, man, you don't have to pull much. There's not that, I love that, but not there, boys. That just wants to come right off. Man, that's kind of disappointing on the head, the way that's fitting. But, like I mentioned, it does come all the way off. We have the double butterfly in there, Ultimate Edition, double butterfly, gets good stretch. Look at that stretch way back there. They do go all the way around, shoulders. The arms go all the way around there. He's got the upper arm cut there. Double jointed pinless elbows. Look at there. Pretty good. His wrists go down, up. Let's see how easy they come off. There, that's better. The wrists are on there pretty good. Not real loose like that head is. We have a ab crunch, the ultimate style ab crunch, which I like. Goes all different directions. Head just popped off again. And let's see, does it go all the way around? No, it's not going to go all the way around, but, man, it's got a lot of movement there. Waist goes all the way around. We got drop-down hips. Look at them splits now. All the way down. Nice. Pop them babies back up there. We have upper thigh cut here. You see there, it'll go all the way around. We have double jointed. Let's see, are they pinned? They are pinned. Double jointed pin knees. But them pins are covered up real good with those ginormous knee pads there. Upper boot cut, of course. Ugly, ugly ankles. Awful, awful ankles. He can point them toes down. He does have toe articulation. It goes down and up both ways. Not a big fan of that. And we have a little bit of rocker there. I would rather not have rocker. When I try to pose these guys on a stand and put them in different positions, that ankle is so loose they just want to fall over. And that goes even with the newer Mattel ankles. Just not very good ankles as far as posability. And these even look awful. That looks like a prosthetic foot or something on there. Really bad. But too bad they didn't update that. Do we have any kind of date codes on this? 2019 on the bottom of these feet. Don't really mean much because there's all different parts to this guy. There's not a tramp stamp on his back at all I can see. But let's take a look at him now. Great head sculpt again. Again, I would have loved to have seen a toothpick come with this guy. Unfortunately, he does come out of the box, 2 gripping hands. Chest hair. Look at the chest and belly hair there. Looks like a daggone ape. He's got the elbow pads that have the blood on the back of them. Looks good. It says outsiders starting from his left hip and going around. Outsiders there in red, black trunks. Knee pads got that red paint or blood running down it. And I like his boots, the paint job on it, even if I don't like the design of them or the engineering of these ankles. It's awful. The paint job is pretty good. You got the white eyelets, black laces, and then white under soles on these boots. So it looks good. Does look good. Let's see. I want to try another head, see if they're real loose too. So we'll try. This is probably my favorite head sculpt right there, the one where he's kind of smiling, condescending smile there. Let's see. It's a little tighter, but still pretty loose. And this one at least does, looking up, it wants to look back down. But it does stay looking down. But, yeah, not bad. I like it. Let's try one of these shirts on. We'll try the NWO one on. See if how well these fit. Are they tight? Because, you know, when you watch a wrestler, these guys aren't wearing loose shirts. No way. They don't want to look like a schmuck. So they wear the tightest shirt they can find. And sometimes these shirts that have the Velcro on the back just look way too loose. And it's kind of the case with this one. It is looking loose. Not as tight as these wrestlers these days are wearing their clothes, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I really do like this figure. I wish the heads were a little better. Wish we had more head movement. I wish we had better ankles. But, man, the way it looks, it's going to look fabulous on your shelf, especially next to that Hollywood Hogan figure. Oh, man, it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to get that in. Let's see. We got our belt. Now, let's see how this belt fits on. I could get it to clasp pretty good without being around a guy's waist. But let's try to get it around Scott Hall's waist and see what we got here. And yeah, not bad. That one went together pretty good. There you go. He's got his belt. I definitely want to get his Wolfpack hands on right here. Uh-oh, I dropped one. All right, it didn't go too far. So let's try these. Yeah, look at that. How is that going to look on your shelf, boys? Ha! Beautiful, beautiful figure right here. Looks great. Like I mentioned, there is some downfalls with it. But, man, looks awesome. Really excited about it. Really excited. I'm glad I got this thing. I'm totally glad I got it. I don't believe I paid the full $70. Maybe I did. No, I do believe I did pay the full price for these because I was afraid they might sell out. But who knows? They might be cheaper now. But you do have to go to Ringside exclusive to get them. So there he is. That is our Scott Hall figure. Now it's time to dive in to Kevin Nash right here. All right, let's take a look at his packaging. It's going to be pretty much the same. Kevin Nash up there, 8 years of age and over. Ultimate Edition, Mattel right there. Good picture of Kevin Nash. Says Kevin Nash right there. Again, WCW there. Says Nash. Ultimate Edition there. Ultimate Edition down there. Warnings, copyrights. There is no barcode like I mentioned. Let's see. 2024 is our copyright date on this. So that's when this thing was released, I believe, or was it 2025? It was either late 2024 or early 2025 these hit Ringside Collectibles. Again, on our back, we got our certified authentic WWE hologram right there. Picture of our action figure. Picture of the real-life Kevin Nash right there. Looks good. And what's it say here about Kevin Nash? Says, Scott Hall promised a big surprise for the WCW audience, and they don't get much bigger than the 7-foot-tall Kevin Nash. Together, they formed the Outsiders and challenged any 3 WCW superstars to a fight against them and a mystery third partner at Bash at the Beach in 1996. The results were just too sweet. And, of course, that was Hollywood Hogan. Awesome. Awesome stuff. I'll never forget that day. And it says here, 6'10", from Detroit, Michigan. Finisher, jackknife powerbomb. Devastating. Career highlights, WCW Heavyweight Champion, WCW Tag Team Champion. Man, I like these guys a lot when they wrestled. Let's get him cut out here. Tape here. Tape down here. Tape up here. And there's that other. Right there, you got to cut that. All right. Clamshell action coming up. Bam, there it is. Now, there is something wrote right here that I didn't read on Scott Hall's. It says, it's the ultimate WWE action figure that you have always wanted, featuring advanced articulation and multiple swappable parts. Ultimate Edition figures allow you to capture memorable superstar moments, recreate authentic entrance poses, epic mid-match comebacks, and signature finishing moves in ultimate realistic detail with WWE Ultimate Edition figures. So I'm sure it says the same thing on Scott Hall's as it does right here. So yeah, clamshell action, reach in, we pull him up and out. There he is. Here's our empty box. We'll set that down there. And here he is, Kevin Nash in his plastic coffin, looking too sweet. All right, let's get into Kevin Nash here. We'll go through his accessories first, and he only has one set of extra hands, and they are the Wolfpack Too Sweet NWO hands right there. So good, they both have that. Let's see, are they the same exact hand? I believe they are. They look like the same exact hands, so don't have to worry about getting them mixed up. So that's it for hands. Now we have the shirts. Got another accessory cap over our shirts here. And again, same exact ones. Same exact ones. Are they the same size? That's the question. Kevin Nash is probably a little bigger. They look the same to me, but I don't want to get them mixed up just in case there's a different size. I really doubt if there's a different size. But yeah, this is the one that's got Scott Hall and Kevin Nash on it. It is just a t-shirt. And our second shirt is the NWO t-shirt. Again, both of them Velcroed on the back. But yeah, NWO. Got to have NWO shirts for Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Especially if we're going to put side by side with Hollywood Hogan. All right, and then we got the belt, and I'm sure it's going to be the same belt as Scott Hall's WCW World Championship Tag Team Champions. Yep, WCW on them. Same exact belt. And then we get his head sculpts. Now, I will say that these head sculpts doesn't look as much like Kevin Nash as the Scott Hall's look like Scott Hall's. They do look like Kevin Nash. Got that long, beautiful mane there. Got the beard. His beard is really good. It is sculpted, I think. It does have sculpt marks on his beard, so his beard looks great. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it does look a lot like him. I think I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but it looks pretty good. Just kind of regular look here. Maybe kind of a mean mugging look a little bit. Second head sculpt. Mouth wide open, eyes squinted, and he's yelling something. For life, I think he's saying. Yeah, looks good. Is that the same exact hair sculpt? Yeah, same exact hair sculpt, just a different face sculpt. That's it. That's all his accessories that are not on him. He does have the vest like Scott Hall has. So we'll flip him over, cut these ties away. All right, that's it. That's got our ties cut. Flip him back over, grab Kevin Nash by his toe, pull him up, and Kevin Nash has been resurrected. There he is. Empty coffin there. Set that down. And let's go and talk about his vest here now. His vest is a lot different. It has NWO. It's got inside an O. It's got NW and then the big O around it. Must have wore this. It looks like it's fringe there or tassels hanging down on the back side of this vest. So pretty good. I think I might like his vest a little better. And it's a lot larger. You can definitely tell in hand Kevin Nash is a big figure right here. He could be maybe the biggest figure I've ever opened. Not robust, but just long and just big figure. All right, we'll try to get this vest off and take a little closer look at it. They come off really easy. Let's see. Does this have a 2014 copyright or date code on it? It says 2023. So a newer style vest than what Scott Hall had. But, man, it's a little more pliable, too, it feels like to me. His is a lot stiffer, yeah. Scott Hall's is a lot stiffer than Nash's here. But I do like it. It's red, black tassels hanging down. Again, NWO right there on the back. So pretty good. I like it. All right, now we've got that off. Let's talk about articulation now. Head. His head stays looking down. Pops up just a little bit, not as much. Doesn't look up at all. Very disappointing. We'll go all the way around. Ooh, it does pop better. It's a tighter head on the ball joint there. His shoulders go all the way around. He's got that double butterfly in there. Big double butterfly Ultimate Edition stretcher. Look at that. Way back here. Upper arm cut. It goes all the way around. We got the double jointed. Let's see. Is it pinned or pinless? It's going to be hard to tell. It is pinless. Got these giant elbow pads on, and it's only on the right arm, but it is removable if you want to take this big tan elbow pad off. Wrists go down, up, and how easy? They come off nice and easy. At least this left one does. And they are gripping hands out of the box, just like Scott Hall was. His ab crunch does go all the way around. Scott Hall's did not. Kevin Nash's ab crunch does go all the way around. A lot of movement there. Very nice. Waist goes all the way around. No hula hoop there. Just our normal Mattel. Never has that hula hoop on there. Hips drop down, of course, and that's going to allow him to do good big splits all the way down. He's got the upper thigh cut there. Double jointed pin knees. Look at that. Look at that kick. He can give all kinds of movement there. Double jointed pin knees. I did say that. And then he does have a rocker there. Goes back and forth quite a bit, but he can't flex the toes down, but he does have that toe articulation. It goes up and all the way down. But yeah, let's take a look at him now. Again, I wanna say it doesn't look like Kevin Nash. I don't know what's telling my brain saying that, but it does. It does look like Kevin Nash. Looks very good. I don't know why I wanna say it doesn't. What is it in my mind saying that? But yeah, it does look like Kevin Nash. Looks a lot like Kevin Nash. The hair, let's see, is this again the same exact? Yeah, same exact hair on every one of these heads. So nothing different about the hair. It's just the face sculpt is different. This one, he's smiling. He's coming out. He's having a good time. That's what it looks like to me. He has tattoos right here on his right arm. Nothing on his left. I do have a little bit of plastic air right here on his arm. Nothing bad, though. And I believe that's it. That's all his tattoos. Painted on wrist tape, which I'm never a fan of that. He has the outsiders on the front. Nothing on the back there. All red. But, man, this thing is huge. He does have, you got to line it up. You got the upper thigh cut that can come misaligned. And it says outsiders down that leg, nothing on the left leg. So only the right leg says outsiders. But, man, I love it. Again, let's get at least one of his Wolfpack hands on there. There you go. Look at that. And then we'll hold his, see if we can hold his belt here. Yeah, look at this guy. Man, these things are awesome. I love them together. Look how much bigger Kevin Nash is than Scott Hall, and that's about right. I don't know. Maybe they got him a little short, Scott Hall, but Kevin Nash is a big old boy. But yeah, look at this awesome. And you know what I've got to do? I have to get my Hollywood Hogan figure out and put these guys together. All right, here is my Hollywood Hogan figure, which is one of my favorite figures in my collection. I absolutely love this figure. Unbelievable. I believe it is a bit of a re-release. It is from the Greatest Hits line, but unbelievable. Unbelievable figure. So let's just pull him right out of here and get him side by side with these guys. Again, I have had this out of the package. Check out the review if you want to at all. We'll set that down. And here we go. Unfortunately, Hogan does not come with two sweet hands, I don't think. Now, maybe he's got them with our package up. Yeah, he does have them up on that one. I think it's going to be off camera for you. But so if I do want him to have that hand right there, I can do it. But, man, look at this group right here. Yeah, Hulk Hogan and Scott Hall, about the same size. Hogan is a little bit taller right here, I would say. But, man, oh, man, how awesome is this? NWO for life, baby. I'm super stoked about this. I can't wait to get these guys together, get my still shots and my glamour shots or whatever you want to call them. But, man, what an outfit this is. Greatest faction, maybe, next to DX right here. I don't know. I take NWO all day. I go DX second place, but these guys, awesome. Love it. But that's going to be it. I appreciate you guys watching so much. Love you guys out there. Still, I mentioned it on my last video. Got some activity working behind the scenes, and I can't wait to reveal that to you all, but it's going to be fun. Hopefully you guys will be interested in it. If not, it's okay. It's okay. But I really appreciate you guys subscribing, leaving comments, and just being there for me. Absolutely love it. But for Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the Outsiders, Ringside exclusive Mattel Ultimate Edition. Till next time, oh yeah.